an instruction of St. John Chrysostom, concerning those who are healed from illnesses through sorcery. In this life, through the sorrows brought upon us, whether by the loss of possessions or by grievous illnesses, God grants us relief from those torments. For when you fall into a fierce sickness, and many come urging you, some to go to enchanters, others to sorcerers, you, placing your hope in God, endure patiently. For this brings you a crown of suffering and deliverance from those torments, that while lying in illness, you may give thanks to God. Why are we called Christians? That we might obey Christ and not go to the enemies of God, to sorcerers and enchanters, for they are enemies of God. It is better to die than to go to the enemies of God. What help is it to heal the body and destroy the soul? What gain is it to receive a little consolation here, but there to be sent with demons into torment and into the eternal fire? Hear what happened of old. King Ahaziah was sick and abandoning the help of God sent to sorcerers, but God was chastising him with illness so that he might remember his sins. Yet he, forgetting God, sent to the idol Baal and to its priests to inquire whether he would live. O great evil! O lawless mind! Having abandoned God, he sent to sorcerers to inquire concerning life. But Elijah met the servants of Ahaziah and said to them, Go, tell your king, because he abandoned God and his law and sent to demons to inquire concerning life. Behold this word to him from God. He shall die before his time, because having abandoned God, he inquires concerning life from the servants of demons. Thus, brethren, death comes before its time to those who go to sorcerers. The holy apostles cursed sorcery. The holy fathers likewise rejected it in the councils, and for a long time separated from communion those who went to sorcerers. They commanded heavy penances for them, that they might be freed from that sin. Flee, my beloved brethren, from accursed sorcery, lest dying before your time you receive eternal torment. But you say, A grievous illness greatly afflicts me. Yet you have not suffered what blessed Job endured. For after the taking away of his flocks and oxen, after the loss of all his possessions, after the snatching away of all his children, he did not blaspheme. Instead, the long-suffering one said, The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. And lying in a grievous ulcer for 7 years, he did not seek healing through sorcery, but said, It is better for me to die than to hand over piety to blasphemy. Likewise the paralytic, who lay in illness 38 years, neither summoned physicians nor went to enchanters, but awaited help from God. So also Lazarus, hungry and sick all the days of his life, lying at the gate of the rich man, neglected and mocked. Thus he ended his life and did not seek physicians. And what mercy shall we receive? They endured such illnesses, but we, if we suffer even a little pain, bring physicians and sorcerers into our house. O brethren, as gold is tested by fire, so a man is cleansed from sins by illness. Let us remember the apostles, the prophets, and the martyrs, how many sufferings they endured. For as long as troubles and grievous illnesses are prolonged for someone in this age, so much greater shall be his reward in the heavenly kingdom. Consider, O man, enchantresses do not take away illness, but you commit a great and terrible sin. For abandoning God, you run to demons. What mercy then will you receive from him? And how will you call upon him in prayer? Why do you destroy your soul? And how will you answer God? For the sake of a small illness, abandoning God, you seek sorcerers. How then will you stand thereafter in the church? How will you partake of the divine mysteries? How will you hear what is read? O man, if you endure illness with thanksgiving, or any other afflictions, then you shall be crowned with the martyrs on that day. For they endured torments, and you endured illnesses and sorrows with thanksgiving. To our God be glory, now and ever, and unto the ages of ages. Amen.